Oh, that's interesting. Do you think Mr. Rota is electable whenever the next election happens again?
Well, Anthony has already made it public that he is not running again. He is not
I
going to
did
be
not
running
know
for
that.
re-election.
Okay.
He's actually made that public even before everything that happened. So, no, he won't be running again.
This House is above any of us. Therefore, I must step down as your Speaker. I reiterate my profound regret for my error in recognizing an individual in the House during the joint address to Parliament of President Zelensky. That public recognition has caused pain to individuals and communities, including the Jewish community in Canada and around the world, in addition to survivors of Nazi atrocities in Poland, among other nations.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in North Bay, Ontario, and our search for Mr. Anthony Rota and Mr. Yaroslav Hunka continues. Now, we are outside Anthony Rota's constituency office here on Main Street. Now, Anthony Rota did step down as the Speaker of the House. That was due to what's being dubbed as Nazigate. It's not really all that proper to have a Nazi SS soldier invited into the House of Commons and laud him with a standing ovation. Even so, we want to get Mr. Rota to weigh in, and for that matter, the Hunka family. We want to know who knew what when. And that is indeed why we are here in North Bay. So one of the key questions, I think, is what did Mr. Rota know about Yaroslav Hunka's past, and when did he know it? Mr. Rota has already stepped down as the Speaker, of course, but is that enough? Should he resign as a member of Parliament? And where is Mr. Rota right now? And for that matter, should the Prime Minister himself step down? He did one of those fake apologies on behalf of all of us. He never uses the pronoun I.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of all of us in this House, I would like to present unreserved apologies for what took place on Friday, and to President Zelensky and the Ukrainian delegation for the position they were put in. For all of us who were present, to have unknowingly recognized this individual was a terrible mistake and a violation of the memory of those who suffered grievously at the hands of the Nazi regime.
But surely it is beyond belief that the Prime Minister's office did not know about Mr. Hunka's baggage as well. It's such a mystery even to this day. We also paid a visit to Callander. That is just outside the North Bay city limits. We were told that one of the houses on Callander, that very nice house, faces the lake. That would be the residence of the Hunka family, and a passerby confirmed he has seen the Hunkas there, but no one was home, and by the name on the property, it looks like this house might have switched hands recently. In any event, the search continues. So let's go pay a house call, and hopefully we'll have somebody come on camera.
We're wondering if Mr. Rota is available for an interview regarding what happened in the House of Commons lately.
He's not in the office today.
Oh, okay. Do you know where he is, or?
The House of Commons, I assume.
Oh, okay. He's still in Ottawa then, right?
Know, yeah.
Okay, then. One of the questions we had, what did Mr. Rota know about Mr. Hunka's past, and when did he know it?
I don't know the details about that. As far as I know, he was just a constituent, and Anthony the MP. So as far as I know, they didn't know each other outside of, events that they would happen to be at.
Oh, okay then. Because there was a recent Substack article, and it was chronicling all these connections with the Hunka family and the Rota family, with the hospital board, I think with the Pride Committee that the daughter is on. And the author makes the conclusion that it would have been almost impossible for Mr. Rota not to know about Yaroslav Hunka's Nazi past.
Okay. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, then.
Neither does anybody here at the office. So.
Can anyone at the office come on camera?
No,
Is those
absolutely
there?
not.
No. Okay. We're just trying to reach out to get
Sure.
Mr. Rhoda's side of the
But
story.
we don't have the information. Sorry.
Okay, then. And do you think that, given the scandal, Mr. Rhoda should step down?
Yeah, I have no comment on it. Thank you.
Okay, then. Yeah, I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
No, no worries.
We've come all the way from Toronto, and we're just trying to, like I said, get Mr. Rhoda's side of the story. And what about the Prime Minister? Should he resign?
I don't have any comment on it. I'm just here to serve the constituency, just as my job. So
Can you tell me what feedback you've received at the constituency office from constituents?
The only feedback we've gotten so far from the overwhelming majority of people has just been sadness, disappointment, and they really feel for Anthony in the situation.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you think Mr. Rhoda is electable whenever the next election happens again?
Well, Anthony has already made it public that he is not running again. He is
Oh,
not
I
going to
did
be
not
running
know
for
that.
re-election. He's
Okay.
actually made that public even before everything that happened. So, no, he won't be running again.
Well, there you have it, folks. What can I say in terms of paying a house call to a Liberal constituency office? I thought that went pretty well. I mean, no, we didn't get a lot of information, and I don't blame the fellow behind the desk guy. He's just a worker there for Mr. Rhoda. I'm not even sure if he knew the answers to our questions, but on the plus side, we didn't have a door slammed in our faces. We didn't have the police called on us, so that's good. But what isn't so good is all these unanswered questions. The evidence is seeming to suggest that Mr. Rhoda knew all about Yaroslav Hunka's Nazi past. And if that is indeed the case, the question arises, what in the world was Mr. Rhoda thinking in inviting this former Nazi into the House of Commons in the first place? For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, folks, it's one blackface scandal after another, isn't it? Are you sick and tired of this Liberal government? We sure are. Please visit TrudeauMustResign.com. That's TrudeauMustResign.com. Put your name to our growing list of signatures on our petition. And if you can, please chip in with $1 or $2. We've come all the way to North Bay to try to find answers in terms of the Nazi Gate riddle, and we really depend on your donations. Thanks so much in advance.